I don't want to go back. I might need one. I'll take the more worn one. These are pieces of pumice stone, simultaneously light and resistant. It's an official stamp of Bonetown. I think I'm a good-looking kid. I could finally find the flowers the pharmacist asked me to find. I also saw
Yes, it's
drinks.
I see.
I wasn't
This
and many people use it here in
some, but
I like
it's that.
Goodbye.
See you soon.
It doesn't seem to be in good condition. I can't believe it. Somebody brought the engine of an F-18 to get fixed. This blacksmith must be very good. It must weigh at least a couple of quintals. I'd rather not test my spine more than necessary. An old anvil. It still seems in good condition. It's in order. Too many things. I can't take them all. It looks like a sort of water distribution system. I believe it works with gravity. Better not. It looks like here in Bonetown, water is a valuable asset. It's a bow for a cello, but it's hairless. I don't think that would work. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I wish you peace.
I hope it's just an exposition coffin that ended up here by mistake. I don't want to open a coffin. Somebody transformed this crypt into some sort of house. It probably became a shelter for someone. The entrance is locked, quite rightly. Restricted access will be reserved for family members only. Load and shoot. It seems to be an old machine for throwing baseballs. I think they can be used in a more useful way. It's an old car. I don't have my driver's license yet. He seems very busy.
Good boy.
Let's say it's one of my numerous gifts, in addition to... That you need my help?
Absolutely. Here's what I need now. Could you please talk to me as little as possible? At least until I'm finished with this job?
Is it a long job?
You have no idea.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Let's try this one. No way. The weight doesn't move an inch. There must be another way to make the bell ring. It's an old attraction. You must strongly pound the base to make the weight go up the vertical rail so that it strikes the bell and makes it ring. Is it possible the solution could be so easy? It seems to have worked. I won a prize. It's an old plush. Very nice. Let's see what this is about. Small Teddy, property of Rock Lafitte. Rock Lafitte? Could he be the same man from my father's letter? It would seem he was a pirate with a soft heart. It'd be better to check this plush more carefully. Just as I thought. There's something hidden inside. The very smart Mr. Lafitte hid his piece of the map the only place no one would ever look for it. Better add his part of the map to the other pieces. I don't need this plush anymore. I hope Mr. Lafitte won't be offended. It's the poster used to sponsor the carousel next door. Come to measure your strength. Make the bell ring. Only Rock Lafitte, the strongest man in the world, has done it. Rock Lafitte. It seems to me that he was on the list my father left me. I gather he was the onboard carpenter. Once in Bonetown, he was the only one who had the technical knowledge to build an amusement park from scratch. Life aboard the ship must have trained him a lot. I can believe he was the only one to make the bell ring. You surely need a considerable amount of strength. Okay, let's try. That's 3 pieces.
There we go. Apparently it needed a reset. Even though I rebooted my computer. Yep, sorry about that, guys. Horse and Fights, thank you for the raid. Shell Shock, Hunter, and there was one last one. Who was the last one? Intern Duck. Gotcha. Can't forget about Intern Duck. Thank you for the follows. For those of you who don't know who I am Just a Passenger. I am a variety streamer. Today is Friday, so I do my point and clicks. I'm over on YouTube as well today. I'm a pretty chill streamer. I try to keep everything as chill as possible. Okay, let me get my sound up for myself here. Just give me a moment. Got it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I don't have to worry about the sound issues I was having on my other jack connection. Alright. There we go. So I said all that stuff at the beginning and nothing came out. The one time I don't look at my OBS settings just to make sure the mic is working. Alright, let's get back to the game. Yeah. And we'll just go ahead. I'm pretty sure everybody here already knows them pretty well, but just in case. Oh god, I did it on there too. That's funny. Alright.
That's 3 pieces. It's practically impossible if you don't have any coordinates. There's no recognizable place mentioned as reference for where to aim the lighthouse. 1699. The light will guide you. I guess it's praise for the job this lighthouse had to do. I wonder how many ships it helped dock safely. There's also a list of things to do. 1. Start. 2. Steer. It doesn't seem difficult. I wouldn't know what to do with it. It's a beautiful horizon. I think I can even see Oak Island. I lit the lighthouse. Now I just need to aim it correctly.
Okay, so we've got that portion started, but...
Such a nice little animal. Actually, scratch that.
Well, I have to point it on the map.
It's a rudimentary control box.
I don't know where
I
to
think
point
it
it.
adjusts the position of the lighthouse. There's a sort of map with there. It's a rudiment. I think there's a. There. Okay, let's try.
So you got this little pinpoint here, and you rotate these things to get where you want. So you have the up and down, then the left and right. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have a set of coordinates that it needs to go to. Granted, I could probably just brute force it, but I don't want to.
It's
I like
practically impossible if you don't have any coordinates. There's no
So right now I am trying to... I got a note from my father who apparently went missing years ago. And now I'm on the hunt for trying to find the secret of Bone Town, which I am looking for the ancestors of Bone Town and getting their pieces of map. So far I have like 3 of the 8, I think it is? Oh, 2. 2 of the 8 that I need. I have 3 pieces though, so it's 9 pieces altogether.
Such a nice little... Actually, scratch that.
Throw rocks at it.
I think they can be used in a more useful way.
Alright, fine.
Such a nice... Actually...
Pick it up.
I'd rather leave it in peace. It's the seagull's nest. I can see many little objects inside that it surely picked up around Bonetown. Wait a minute. I believe I see a coin. I think I could find a use for it.
Threaten it. Threaten it.
I don't think fixing my nails would improve the outcome of my visit to Bonetown.
Threaten it.
Better use it with caution. I could cause serious damage.
Okay. We already figured out the carnival. That's what we just did. We've done the photo booth. Alright. We've done as much as we can do in there. That's just telling me where I am, right?
It's the Bonetown Armory.
Okay. Library in... I haven't done much here. Oh, right. Okay.
Can you tell me about the Chosen One again?
The Chosen One is the person who, after passing the test, will have the honor of tasting the one and only cookie created by Eddie Bellamy.
Can you repeat what the test is about?
Sure. The one who is able to listen to the entire Bellamy chicken menu without blinking an eye will be the Chosen One, who will taste the unique cookie from the original Bellamy recipe.
Thanks, and goodbye.
Thanks to you, and enjoy your stay in Bonetown.
Nope, it's not that. Here, I'll show you.
I see you want to prove yourself. When you're ready, call me. I'll be right there.
Okay, if I sit down... I can do stuff while I'm sitting down. I don't really have... I don't have anything, so we'll
I
go
feel
ahead and
ready.
go.
Very well, I'm coming. Let's begin the test. We'll soon know if you're the chosen one or just another common person. Our menu includes mushroom chicken, algae chicken, egg chicken, spicy chicken,
You know
sweet corn
what?
chicken,
I'll try
fried
it.
chicken, olive chicken, chicken and vinegar, blah blah, chicken, blah blah blah, free range, blah 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 blah, herb crusted, blah blah blah.
I mean, there are two of them.
Kid, hey kid, the test is over. I'm sorry. I thought you were different from the others. For now, you're not.
And yet,
Alright, let's go ahead and sit in the chair.
I see. When you're.
I don't think sticking them there would be useful.
Oh, so many things could be said about that statement. Or it's either I need something to keep me awake, or I need something where I can't hear him as he's saying the menu. How do I...
I can't, but maybe I can use something on me. It's my face.
Maybe cut up the stickers?
I don't think that would work.
Oh, cut up
It
this.
could be a good idea, but not at the table.
Okay.
I feel ready.
There. Let's our mushroom sweet chicken free herb. Kid. Hey, the test. I'm sorry. For now.
And yet
Okay, I see what you have to do. You
When
were
you're-
close. You were No, I didn't. No! I didn't want to...
I feel-
There. Let's our mushroom sweet chicken free herb. Kid. Hey, the test.
You were really close.
I'm sorry. I thought you were different from the others. For now.
And yet
Okay. Go back here. While he's not looking. Go into my inventory.
It
Set
could
up
be
my
a good
wanted
idea.
poster.
now I have a
Hey.
nice pair of cardboard eyes.
Okay. Now, the
I
table.
see you when you.
And we use that
Better
here?
use them only when they're strictly needed. It could work. I don't think sticking them there would be useful.
I don't think this is
I
gonna
feel
work.
ready.
Very well. I'm coming. Let's begin the test. We'll soon know if you're the chosen one or
'Cause he nods
just
his
another
head.
common person. Our menu includes mushroom chicken, algae chicken, egg chicken, spicy chicken, sweet corn chicken, pepper chicken, olive chicken, chicken and vinegar, blah blah, chicken, blah blah blah, free range, blah 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 blah, herb crusted, blah blah blah. Kid, hey kid, the test is over.
Don't take it off in front of him.
I saw you fall into a trance, just like in the legend that has been passed down for generations. You're the chosen one, the one who can taste the unique and incomparable Bellamy cookie.
After the 6th plate, I felt the force flowing strong in me.
I know. The chosen one has this power. Keep the key. With this, you'll have access to the Bellamy treasure.
Thank you. I'll put it to good use.
Oh man, that key's
Good.
not
I
even
don't need
straight.
these cardboard eyes anymore.
Oh come on, those cardboard eyes could come in handy.
Since I'm the chosen one, I'm entitled to it.
Oh god. Oh, ancient fortune cookie, here we go.
It's the original Bellamy cookie. Inside should still be the message from Eddie Bellamy. I can't open it. After all these years, the dough is hardened. I need something to break the cookie.
Alright, I know what to do there. Where is the... There it is, blacksmith. It's a really old cookie, so I'm not surprised.
That's a good idea. This anvil gives me a perfect support. Now I have to find something with which to try to open it.
Smash it.
That's a good idea. Only the imitation of an ancestral weapon will allow the chosen one to perform his duty. After the impact, the hammer disappeared. Maybe it wasn't a copy of Thor's hammer, but at least the cookie broke. Inside, there is something left by Eddie Bellamy. Better take it all to not leave any trace. So I find myself with the pieces of a biscuit that dates back centuries, and a message. It doesn't seem like the classic fortune cookie message. It's a piece of the map, just like my dad said. Better add it to the others.
Okay, so we got the cookie remains.
The Bellamy treasure is finally open. Although now I don't know what to do with it. Maybe someone could digest it.
Alright, let's try giving that to the bird.
I think it is the only one able to digest it. Great! I can finally rummage through its nest.
Yeah. Egg thief.
A 5-cent coin. It'll surely be useful. There's nothing else useful.
Okay, I don't remember where I'm supposed to use the coin. So I'm gonna have to kinda look around. I want to say it was the library. No, it was the museum. Yeah, the museum's down here. Was it the museum? And blue. No, it wasn't the museum.
I don't think that dragging this barrel of over 100 liters would benefit me a lot.
Town hall, drugstore, pub, nobody's in there. Amusement park, no. Uh-huh. Let's try the library. Okay, it's not there. What was it that was coin operated? I wonder, can I?
I don't want to ruin it. It could be a good idea. Now it seems that the wanted man is Tom Rayleigh. The resemblance to me is remarkable.
Ooh. Back to the museum.
Here you are.
It's a wanted poster with the name of Tom Rayleigh. If only there was something to make it official, I could be sure this poster is authentic.
Sorry, I must have the wrong poster.
Ah, for crying out loud, really. That's what I need the stamp for.
Let's give a touch of authenticity to this poster. Now it seems that it was issued by a town hall department. The stamp has done its duty. I don't need it anymore.
Yep, town stamp.
Now things are getting serious. It's a wanted poster for Tom Rayleigh, with a Bonetown official stamp, which makes it an authentic document. Here you are.
Interesting.
Sure, they're wanted posters of Tom Rayleigh. I found them at home in an old chest left to us by one of my ancestors. I know that in the past he had some problems with the law. My poor
He does.
great-great-grandfather Tom.
Actually, they look authentic. The resemblance to you is evident, especially after he drank a bit.
Oh, thanks?
And the stamp is authentic as well. There is no doubt you're one of Tom's heirs. Finally, I have something for you. Take that envelope. Tom forgot it here, in the old prison after his last, visit. Since then, nobody has ever seen him anymore. Can you tell me what happened to him?
The usual things for an artist. Life on the edge. No financial security.
Just as I thought. I have to follow his path. Take his envelope and make your forefather proud of you. Now I have to refine my technique so that it will at least be equal to that of Master Rayleigh.
Thanks a lot. Better leave before opening the envelope. Let's open it. I'm intrigued to see what Tom Rayleigh left me. As I suspected, inside there's both a piece of the map I was looking for and a little flask. By the smell, I'd say the rumors about Tom's drinking problems were true. Best to add this piece of the map to the others. Let's just hope the contents of the flask won't spill out into the bag. I don't want to give the impression of being a drunkard.
Uh-oh. Cutscene.
Hello? Boss, it's me. Bob is keeping an eye on the young Morgan. It looks like he's snooping around Bone Town, but we still don't know the reason. He's either particularly good or he has nothing to hide.
I don't trust him. It's strange that Henry's son shows up again in town after all these years. Continue with the surveillance. Sooner or later, he'll make a wrong move.
Okay, boss. I'll keep you posted.
Good.
Mr. Bigglesworth?
I'm close this time, and another Morgan won't stop me.
Alright, was there anything here? Color.
It seems like the propeller of an old vessel. There's also some writing. Flying Dutchman. I don't think it's that Flying Dutchman.
I mean, we've already had weirder things.
From here, you can go to a...
Yeah. I just don't remember where that coin was. Oh, it was here. Jelly bean dispenser.
5-cent coin. Do what you gotta do. Perfect. A jelly bean.
What kind of jelly bean is that?
It's a jelly bean.
Candy. It's not just. I agree. I agree. Let's go to here. Can we use the flask of alcohol as fuel?
The alcoholic content of the liquid in this flask is remarkable. It could work. Done. The flask is empty. I don't need it anymore.
All
Load
right.
and shoot. It seems to be an old machine for throwing baseballs. You just have to press the button. Let's see what happens.
No! Don't you dare! This is an order! I won't repeat it a second time!
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Just have to press the button. Let's see what happens. Load and shoot. You just have to press the button. Let's see what happens.
Mhm.
I think they can be used in a more useful way. I think they can be...
You just don't have any imagination, kid.
I wouldn't ruin the only good thing about the inn.
That wasn't an inn that you got it from. Okay, I'm guessing it was you that said don't do anything.
Father, was it you who screamed?
Son, even the most meek and calm man would lose his temper over this outrage.
I don't understand. What are you talking about?
Somebody dared to kickstart the devil's car.
I still don't understand.
Outside the church is a machine. A wicked machine. The kids of Bonetown used it to play. All that clamoring and laughter disturbed my concentration. It's not easy to write a 2-hour sermon, but it's necessary to maintain a straight-laced community. I instructed never to use it anymore, and it's been years since it fell quiet. But today, someone has transgressed. It'll be necessary to rely on the Holy Scripture again.
Are you planning to write a sermon about the scriptures?
Oh, no, son. This situation has to be resolved in the most drastic way. I have a task for you. You'll have to restore the order of things.
I don't think I'm the right person for it.
You're here in my presence, so you're the right person for the job. I didn't want it to come to this, but things are escalating. Take this sacred relic. It will be your mission to fix it and place it outside the church. Everything is already set up. A sacred aperture will host the word.
Okay.
It seems like just a sign to me.
Young and pure of soul, it's the word that will prevent the newly started havoc from spreading any further.
But it just says, play forbidden.
Isn't that enough for you? My mind cannot suffer distractions. My sermon must be impeccable. Carry out your mission.
But the sign is broken.
Ask for help from the blacksmith right outside. Maybe he can help you.
Okay,
He's kind of busy.
goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
Is he gonna pay attention to me now? I mean, some time has passed, so maybe he'll...
I need help. I'm on a mission from God, or rather, from the Reverend.
In this case, I can give you a second. What do you need?
The Reverend has entrusted me with a mission. I have to fix this sign. Can I take one of your tools?
I might have what you need. Inside the toolbox is a multi-purpose tool that serves to tighten, bolt, even open some specific locks. It's the only thing I can give you for your mission. The rest I need to repair this wreck. Make good use of it.
Thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.
Alright. So...
Be sure to make good use of it.
As always, sir.
I'll make good use of it.
Good idea.
First, we'll do what we were told.
Perfect. Now the sign has a certain stability.
I don't know what I'll do with it. But he said it'll open certain things, and there is a chest in the library.
Let's try. It works. I heard a click. Empty. It seems so strange. There's something that doesn't add up in this crate. Let's see.
Got a false bottom.
Just as I thought. There's a false back. I just need something to pry it open. It should work. Bingo! The nail file got stuck, but it doesn't matter. There's something a lot more precious inside. It's another piece of the map, and I think it's the Teach one.
Okay. Alright, has anything changed in here? No, nothing changed.
It has lots of uses, but not this one.
So this is the guy who's supposed to be keeping an eye on me? The guy who is talking to the mysterious stranger? Mr. Kunai? Mr. Kunai. How is it going, Kunai? It has been a long time since I've seen you. Thank you for the raid. What were you streaming?
There's a lot of disorder up there. I don't think that ransacking this paperwork will help me in any way.
Ah, yes, yes. Did they finally make a full release?
See you later.
Come back when...
Thanks.
Kunai forced you to play. Pikachu, thank you for the follow. Oh, sounds promising. I feel like details need to be said.
It has lots of use. It has lots of uses. It's closed. The owner has put up a notice. I'll be right back, thanks. He actually told me he was going to the warehouse. I better try later. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. They're automatic vending machines.
Wait, he's got hair. Maybe I can use his hair.
I don't think that would work.
No, I thought that was kind of silly, but, you know, I tried. Only other thing is the horse.
I don't think that would work. It's been well studied.
What other... Okay. Treasure a map. The treasure still lays somewhere forgotten. Unusable without the other pieces in Bone Town. Huh. Okay. Okay, we've got the one in the... There's one of the musical instruments I have to repair. Okay, so what if we just do what we were told?
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Okay.
Can you repeat what I have to do with this sign?
Son, your sacred mission is to fix it and put it back where it belongs. In the holy aperture right outside the church.
I think he means a hole. I didn't notice it before. It'd be better to check carefully.
If you need help, ask the blacksmith.
Okay, all clear. Thanks. Goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
It should work. Mission accomplished.
Okay. It's done.
Mission accomplished, Father.
Very good, son. I can sense that now the church and my concentration are protected. That hellish car won't have any power anymore.
Technically, it's not off.
It can be used again, but the word will stop it.
Okay, if you say so. Goodbye.
Goodbye, son.
Okay. Is it gonna make it? Alright, so we'll use it.
You just have to press the button. Let's see what happens. Oops. Technically, it wasn't all my fault. I just followed the Reverend's instructions to the letter. What happened?
Somebody, some ungodly soul guided by an evil hand, damaged the sacred stained glass windows. Have
Hey,
you
my
seen
hand is
any
not evil.
black sheep wandering in my church?
I think I saw some kids playing up front.
I thought so. Surely it was one of them. Can you describe the person?
I glimpsed a brown-haired guy.
Anything else?
Stocky.
Any distinguishing marks?
Freckles.
It's clear. I'd never expect this from Beverly. I'll go and resolve the situation. Nobody can disfigure the sacred church of Bone Town, shelter of the poor, symbol of faith, beacon of the community.
I mean, I was guessing.
Weird. I could have sworn there were some micro-inscriptions on the glass. Actually, this glass shard contains a piece of the map. Supposedly the one belonging to Reverend Drake.
Okay. Weird. A treasure map in a piece of glass.
Now I need it even less than when it was intact. Copper of very fine quality. They worked very hard to install all of them. I don't want to ruin them. It's not very nice to reverse the directions. Someone could get lost in this huge city. It says, amusement park entrance to the right, main road to the left, lighthouse straight ahead. Shiny.
Shiny. I think I need to go to the library. No.
How are things going here in Bonetown?
The bigger problem seems to be our water at the moment. Our water resources are drying up. I'm investing my remaining finances and the last of the city's funds to get it back to its former state.
You really care a lot about Bonetown.
I was born and raised here. I don't want it to stay like this.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Willy, and welcome back to Bonetown. I can't show you around, but for anything else, feel free to ask.
Thanks. See you later.
Come back whenever you want. You'll always find me here.
Thanks. The upper floor seems to be condemned. The stairs don't seem safe. I don't want to risk hurting myself.
Multi-tool.
It has lots of
Multi-pass.
uses, but not this one.
Multi-pass doesn't take me. If we go back to the church, can we take the sign? No, we can't take the sign.
Goodbye. It's empty. There's no need to enter. It's an old family crypt. It probably belongs to some rich family in Bonetown. Maintenance wasn't very helpful here. It's a tombstone. Surely among these must be one in remembrance of my father, but I don't know which one it is. After he vanished, we never came back here to Bonetown. It looks like the owner loves to collect all kinds of instruments. I can see a charango and ukulele and many others that I can't recognize.
What if I just show him? I know it's his. If I just show him it.
Better not.
Fine. Okay,
Goodbye.
nothing
Goodbye.
there.
I wish you peace and love.
Okay, did I miss anything up here, maybe? I hate that I have to use the keyboard.
It has lots of uses.
What happens if you just try it?
Until I find the hair, this bow is unusable.
Can't use those
I don't think that would
plumes.
work.
Nope, nothing
Goodbye.
new here.
Goodbye.
Don't worry. It's an irresistible attraction to the kids.
Hmm.
I'm gonna tidy up. I hope it won't take too long.
Okay. Nothing else I can do in here.
A nice arsenal. There are shields of all ages and for everybody's taste. I guess it leads outside, but right now I have other priorities. Restricted to personnel only. It doesn't lead to other rooms. It looks more like a second entrance. I don't need it. Those eyes make me feel quite uncomfortable. Owls.
Ooh.
There are a series of pictures portraying famous people who seem to have stayed here. Stanko Stupar immortalized Abraham Lincoln.
Hey, Dermot, how's it going? So Twitch decided to close my ticket without doing anything. Not happy about it.
I don't see a reason yet.
They closed the ticket. Or Twitch closed their ticket with me. They didn't really do anything about it. They just said it's not our problem, go away. Oh, it does. Like, the worst part about it is they never actually acknowledged the issue I had. Never once did they, you know, say, hey, we acknowledge this is the problem you're having. They never once said that.
There's everything imaginable here. This is the hood of some car. It doesn't seem to be in good condition. It doesn't seem... What could I do with a cart with a couple of wheels missing?
Wheels. Is it possible?
This armory is very well stocked. There are some truly unique pieces. I don't think they would be useful to me, unless I want to take part in a medieval carousel, but right now, that's not among the things I aim to do. I don't think they would, but right now, I don't need them. There's no ammo. I need something to test the range of this mini catapult.
Okay, what happens if I do this again while he's away?
Better not do it again. The owner went to fix the damage caused by the previous shot, so I'd risk hitting him.
Gotcha. I'll consider it.
It's the sign for a museum. I don't know what interesting stuff there is to see. It's not specified on the sign. I can't see the opening time either. Dark alley, ambiguous sign, no opening time for the public, and an old open door. I like it. Almost there. I'm already at 7 pieces. It's part of the museum exhibition. Better leave it where it is.
It's one of the few pieces left by Tom Rayleigh. Ancient sources said that he was a prodigy in cartography drawing, but everything has been lost.
I understand.
It's one of the few ancient...
I understand. Prisons, the story of Tom Rayleigh. Maybe it wasn't the publishing success the author hoped. I have no time for this kind of reading right now.
Okay, so Tom Rayleigh was the cartographer. Is there a chance there's some coordinates in here?
I'd say it's scary.
It's my handiwork. It seemed to me that the subject respected all the classical canons.
Maybe they're not the same canons I studied at school. I don't think it would come in handy. Free. It looks like there was a race to the bottom for this volume. It seems like the propeller of an old There's also some writing. Flying Dutch. I don't think it's that. At first glance, it appears to weigh over 100 kilos. Surely working out in the gym made me stronger, but I don't think it performed any miracles. Can I try something else?
I'm sorry, kid. You are the chosen one, and you have earned the right to eat the one meal the rabble can't taste. The cookie from the Bellamy family recipe.
Okay. I've seen that all through Bonetown there are new gutters.
Yes. The mayor decided to invest the city's money that way. It's not a bad idea. By channeling the rainwater, the city will ensure some drinkable water.
The mayor?
Yes, Steve Bonnet. He's the man who's been taking care of the city for countless years. Luckily, he's in charge, or Bonetown would already be a ghost city.
Thanks, and goodbye.
Thanks to you, and enjoy your stay in Bonetown.
I don't need to anymore. I'm already the chosen one.
Alright.
It's a bow for a cello, but it's hairless.
I still think it's the horse. Can we go any further this direction?
Such a lovely specimen. I suppose it's here to get its horseshoes fixed. Here, horsey. It doesn't seem to be very cooperative. Maybe it needs some extra incentive.
Okay.
No horse can resist a treat. Better put it inside the manger.
You gotta be kidding me. Ugh.
Being very careful, I should be able to take what I need. Easy, horsey. You won't notice a thing.
You're gonna cut the whole thing, aren't you? Okay.
That didn't go too bad. Now I have these amazing horse hairs. I hope they come in handy. Good idea. This way, I should get a perfectly functioning bow.
Okay, there we go.
If I remember correctly, it should be played like this.
Genius.
That noise again. Finally, the opening is big enough to allow access. At least for a hand. I don't need the bow anymore.
It'll chop your hand off.
Perfect. I can get my hand through. It's a piece of paper. Actually, it's a piece of Kid's map.
More cutscene. Yeah, he's got the last piece, so I figured. That's how they force you the last piece. Gotcha.
Perfect. Now I have everything I need. My recipe is practically done. It will be a drink that is sure to make waves in the world. Non-alcoholic, dark-colored, sparkling. It can even cure a headache.
I wouldn't want to ruin your dream, but I think that already exists. Actually, I believe you're even in danger of clashing with some mega corporations.
I know the market very well. I managed to isolate and replace the secret ingredient with another.
Really? Which one?
Now it's the root extract of oh, hey. Nice try, boy. You almost had me going there. It's the only ingredient that is not present on the list. Take it. I don't need it anymore.
Thank you. Better read it away from prying eyes. Wait a minute. This list is a bit strange. I can glimpse something under the text about the ingredients. It's a receipt. It says, I, Dr. Alfred Every, on July 15th, 2008, deliver to Steve Bonnet the artifacts found in the basement. In exchange, Mr. Bonnet transfers to the Every family, free of charge, the property of the building where the family business is actually located. The agreements will not be disclosed. Yours faithfully, Dr. Every. It's countersigned by Steve Bonnet, too. To which artifacts is Dr. Every referring? If the agreements have not been disclosed, the only one that would know anything about it is Uncle Steve. I'd better get over to his office to investigate.
And remember, it's just like right here. Yeah. I don't even have a map.
Weird, Steve's not here. In the meantime, I could inspect his office looking for the receipt of Dr. Every. I don't think that ransacking this paperwork will help me in any way. So weird. There are no notes on these papers. They're all blank. What can they do? Wait a minute. There's a button under here. I could be wrong, but they seem to have been placed in the way to hide something. There's nothing. Let's see what happens by pressing it. I wasn't expecting this. I just thought it was a drawer with some kind of mechanism.
Dum dum dum.
It closed back automatically. There's probably another device in this room that makes it open. Why all this secrecy? And what's this room? Better take a look around. It's a globe. Various lines were drawn on it. They look like sea routes. I thought it worked the same as the one in Steve's office. Instead, this is just a simple globe. There must be another way to get out of here. There's nothing useful here. It seems Steve is doing some research into the Adventure Galley, kid's ship. There are maps, notes, excerpts from old journals and books.
Ah, the purple chair. Mighty suspicious.
It looks like some sort of diary. And what's this? It looks like some sort of diary. There's something inside. I don't think I'm mistaken. This is a piece of the map from Kid's crew. It's surely Every's, the last piece missing. Finally, the map is complete. On this piece there are some coordinates. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east. Brilliant! The coordinates are useless without the rest of the map. The light will guide you. 47 degrees north by 78 degrees east. It must have something to do with the old lighthouse. There's also a strange coin. Why is it here? What does Steve have to do with this story? There must be something I'm still missing. Let's see if there's an explanation in the diary.
Alright, Henry came back to Bonetown. He seemed like a kid on Christmas Eve. He said he has big news he wants to share with me. Hard to believe Henry achieved his feat. He finally found proof that the kid treasure we always dreamed of since we were kids really exists. Henry revealed something more. One of the members of the crew appears to have been a certain Chris Every. According to Henry's research, Every, after retiring from the pirate's life, moved to Bonetown. I have to stop by the old drugstore. They're the only Everys still living here in Bonetown. Maybe they know something, and I might be able to give Henry a hand in his research. A stroke of luck. I asked Fred for permission to rummage through his old things in the basement. After a few hours, I happened to find what I looked for, an old piece of a map with some coordinates on the coin. 47 degrees north, 78 degrees east. The coordinates point to the outskirts of Bonetown. In exchange, Fred wanted the property of the building. 4 walls for a priceless treasure seems like a fair exchange to me. I revealed it to Henry that I found the coordinates of the treasure. He seemed very hesitant, and in his opinion, it couldn't be so easy, knowing kids' ingenuity. It doesn't matter. I finally have the opportunity to make a fortune and write my name in history. Tomorrow, I will tell Henry I'm going to start digging as soon as possible. I think Henry's going mad. He confided to me that he wants to go public with the news of finding Kid's map. I can't let him do that. Not now that I am so close to the treasure. I know what Henry has in mind. He's jealous of my discovery, and as always, he wants the full honor for himself. I'll try to talk to him again to convince him. His behavior towards me is changing. I see him increasingly taciturn? I don't know what that is. And he doesn't share my ideas on how to use the treasure. It'd be good if someone checked on him down at the old inn. I'll make sure Bob and Jack keep an eye on him until he's here in Bonetown. So there are twins, Bob and Jack. Okay. Yesterday I went with Henry to the old cliff near the lighthouse. I asked him what happened to the piece of a map he found. He told me he put it in a safe place. After his obstinate refusal to cooperate with the research and excavations, I understood that he wanted the treasure for himself. Then rage took over. I attacked him, and during the fight, he fell off the cliff and never resurfaced. I never wanted this to happen. Henry, for once, he just had to give space to me in my dreams. Still no trace of Henry's body. For the moment, it's better to keep a low profile to avoid suspicion. Elizabeth is heartbroken, and little Willy probably still hasn't realized what happened. Better this way. After 2 months, I decided the time has come to get back to work. The shock of Henry's disappearance seems to be waning. Nothing yet. It's been months since I started digging around Bonetown, for there's no trace of the treasure. It's impossible. The coordinates are right. I had to resort to city funds to finance the dig. I'm close now. I know there are only a few places left to dig. We have to be careful. Some of the locals have noticed the excavations. I had to lie. I had to assure them the digs are due to the work for some unauthorized company. I have to tell the others to be even more secretive. Even Bonetown's funds are about to run out and tap off. On top of that, it seems our last dig rerouted the vein of water that fed the torrent, which serves the city. It doesn't matter. It's necessary sacrifice for the common good. I promise to devote part of the treasure to helping the city rise again. from its ashes. In the meantime, I'll try to limit the damage with some makeshift solutions. None of the yokels have the slightest clue to how to run a town hall. So if I'm careful, I can still spend the last remaining funds.
I can't believe this. Steve knew. Actually, Steve is the architect of Dad's death, and all because of his envy and the longing to find Kid's treasure. To think they were so close, almost brothers. Dad really trusted him, but he should have guessed his changing, and Kid wasn't that stupid. All the pieces of the map are needed to find the treasure. I have to escape from here and unmask Steve. This diary will be the proof. Better go to the old lighthouse. The light will guide you. Let's hope that's true.
Yeah, I'm being followed.
Hey, boss.
What's going on?
Boss, we can't find the young Morgan anywhere. Impossible. He can't be volatilized. Continue to search. If he has his father's insight, he has surely discovered something that we've been missing till now. I'm going back to my office. This city needs a person able to guide it. All right, let's go.
It's Steve and the innkeeper. They're in collusion. I have to get out of here as soon as possible. Better let some fresh air in. This window faces the road under here. I'd rather leave this open. It's stuffy in here.
Okay. Don't have anything I can use as a rope. Oh, there is a rope there, though.
A rope is always useful.
Can I use it with the window?
Good idea. This seems to be the only possible way out. See you soon, Steve.
Alright. To the lighthouse.
Okay, let's try. Bingo! This is the point marked on the map. Let's see in what direction the lighthouse is pointing. Good! Very well. The lighthouse is positioned according to the instructions on the map. The light points in the direction of the cemetery. Better go check.
And with the magic of the town map, I can teleport there. Gotta love the music. Not tense at all.
In adventure books, X always marks the spot. I don't think the X meant to indicate these wooden boards. It'd be better to remove them. Once there was a legend. To access the afterlife, a boat toll was required. Once there was a weird, even if we're in a maybe this coin wasn't used as currency in the earthly world, but rather to pay the ferryman for a journey to the afterlife. Let's try.
But
where did I end up? It seems like a natural cave.
did I lose all my stuff? Oh, I still have it, okay.
I can't believe it. This is a colony of Mexican psilocybe, one of the most powerful hallucinogenic mushrooms in the world. Professor Jones showed one of these in class when explaining Aztec rituals. Their sour odor is unmistakable, and the conditions for growth seem to be ideal. Humid and lacking sun. Only a strong adrenaline rush can counteract their effect. They're supposed to proliferate only in a few areas in Central America. How did they end up here? I'm also wondering who put these wood barrels here. I'd rather not touch them. This species of mushroom is extremely dangerous. The Mexican psilocybe, even if taken in small doses, causes addiction and induces hallucinations and trance states. It's a natural well formed by the running water. It must be very deep. The water comes from some source upstream. It's fresh water. It can't be. The hull outline, the colors on the bulkheads, a red nightmare sailed on the sea. Its slender shape induced all to stop and admire it. The historian Jean de Leon described the Adventure Galley this way. This is it. The Adventure Galley. Kid's ship.
Are they gonna explain how it came in here?
Who dares?
But, who said that?
Who dares board my ship without permission?
Who's talking? Are you a ghost? Show yourself.
How dare you give orders to me? Only I can give orders.
It can't be. I can't believe this. My God. Dad? Dad, is that really you?
I have no sons. I'm the Adventure Galley's captain. My name is only whispered in both the old and new worlds. Some people call me the Scourge of the Seas. I'm William Kidd. Who are you?
Dad, is that really you?
Don't be cheeky, boy. I already told you that I am the captain, William Kidd, and I have no sons. Are you questioning the word of a captain?
Don't you recognize me? It's me, Willy.
What tone is this? Boy, remember who you're talking to. I'm Kidd.
What happened to you? You're not Kidd. You're Henry. Henry Morgan.
Don't you ever mention that name in my presence. Morgan and Blackbeard are the reason my crew and I are here. If it wasn't for their betrayal, right now we'd be the masters of Tortuga. Instead, Morgan and Blackbeard mutinied, hired their own crew and attacked us. But nobody can take possession of William Kidd's treasure. Remember well these two names, because they're the worst enemies of Kidd's crew. Morgan and Blackbeard. What I wouldn't give to meet you face to face. And now, speak plainly. For what reason are you here?
Captain, I'm the new deckhand you were waiting for.
It's about time. You have permission to board and immediately get to work. The bridge needs a clean sweep. Ask the quartermaster to give you everything you need to make the ship shine. I'm going back to my cabin now. I have to plot the route for our next destination. Tortuga is waiting for us.
All right.
What's happening here? How could Dad still be alive? Why doesn't he recognize me? I better get on the galley right now. I have to get my dad back home. The famous Adventure Galley. Rumors say that Kidd launched raids in all the seas and that the Adventure Galley was the richest pirate ship around.
Okay, how's that different from here?
It's an amazing ship, and its preservation is practically perfect. I wonder how many secrets it still hides after all this time. The ship is completely deserted. I guess Dad, or Kidd as he now considers himself, is in his cabin to the stern of the ship.
Mannequin.
According to a chronicle of the period, these wooden mannequins were used to make the crew size appear larger. The fear factor and the number of armed men visible was usually enough to win a battle without even fighting. Somebody carved the name they gave to this mannequin in the wood. Jimbo.
Just put that in your little side pouch there, don't worry.
This old sword could come in handy. Maybe I can learn how to handle it. If I'm not mistaken, near my house they just opened a school. The Swordmaster. That should guarantee success. Yuck, the hilt is all sticky. Time must have corroded the handle's material. It's surely the door that leads to the hold. It's locked. Who knows for how long? I have to find the key to enter. I could ask the captain if he knows where I can find it.
Alright, I doubt it, but...
It has lots of uses.
Okay.
It's not helpful to me like this. When it was opened, the cannon could shoot. It's useless here. I can see the cave in which the ship is docked. That is not its purpose. There wouldn't be much sense in having it guard a cannon below deck. The purpose of these mannequins was to swell the ranks of the crew, so they had to be visible. Not here. A real sea dog would have never sat on one of the cannons turned to port. They were extremely superstitious. They thought that turning their back to the mainland was a sign of contempt, and that they would have been punished by the sea. This old mannequin was used to deceive the enemy. The more mannequins there were, the larger and more dangerous the crew seemed. I could use it to distract my dad and enter his cabin. If I could disguise it as a pirate, I could make it pass for one of Kid's most bitter enemies. If I'm not mistaken, he named Morgan and Blackbeard earlier. I really see it as a Morgan. Let's try to make it meaner. Discreetly threatening. It's the door to the captain's cabin. Dad should be in there.
Alright, not ready for that then.
It looks like a voodoo doll. Some prankster guest of Kid must have left it here after his stay. Better not touch it. I wouldn't want its curse to remain active on some descendant of the represented person. These are books on dressmaking in the 1600s. Evidently, Kid cared about being up to date on the evolution of European costumes. Or some guest left them during his holiday on the Adventure Galley. Some well-preserved clothes. An old three-cornered hat. I think it belonged to some captain, or someone from the upper class anyway.
Alright, time to play dress up.
They seem the right size. I don't think there was much variety of measurements on a pirate ship. It's starting to look like a member of the crew. A classy touch. The hat makes it look more important. It's the door to the captain's cabin. Dad should be in there.
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Captain, there's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn scoundrel. You finally came back for the final showdown. It looked a bit like him, but it's not. Morgan. Quartermaster, 100 lashes with a cat o' nine tails for whoever organized this joke. Anything else?
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official member of the crew. You must earn this honor. Every new member must get to know the ship and gain the trust of the rest of the crew.
I think I already saw everything and talked with everyone.
Let's see if this is true of you. Answer these 3 simple questions. First, name at least one member of the crew, except the captain, that you met on board.
I guess Henry Morgan.
Second question. According to which code have the rules of life on board been drafted?
Grog and other delights?
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
36.
I'm sorry, you're not ready yet. The answers are all around you.
Okay.
Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
Some boards became ruined over time, creating a crack that shows the cabin below. It should be the captain's cabin. Some boards became ruined. It should be... Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first editions. Life on the Seas, Rules and Tasks on Board a Ship, by William Kidd. It seems Kidd was writing a treatise. Interesting. They look like nautical charts, probably routes of the adventure galley.
Alright, so we've got one of them. Henry Morgan might be
Dad
right.
looks busy. He completely got into the role.
His hands are like webbed. Or at least the left hand. Oh no. No. That's just shadow. Okay.
These are books on dressmaking in the 1600s, evidently, or some... It's Jimbo, but it's still missing something to be credible. Here it's written that Dr. Alfred... I'm curious to know what those are. Surely...
What's happening now? I hope it's something important.
Captain, can you tell me your story?
Is this the reason you embarked?
I hoped to understand how you ended up here, Dad.
I have no time to get angry now. Go back to your duties. You can hear my story from the other members of the crew.
There are rats inside the magazine.
That's the reason you've been brought on, deckhand. Try to earn your daily rations. Anything else?
Someone stole the last barrel of grog.
What? This is really serious. But the quartermaster can take care of it. Anyway, no less than 100 lashes with the cat o' nine tails for the guilty party. Stealing the grog, the nerve. Anything else?
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't an official. I think let's first.
I guess Henry Morgan.
Second question. According to which code have the rules of life on board?
Life on the Seas, by Kidd.
Third and last question. How many battles have we faced until today?
That one I don't know.
27.
I'm sorry. The answer.
Sorry, Cap.
Good.
It's one of the galley's cannons. I can see the cave in which the ship is docked. Better not. The ship is docked on this side. There's a risk that the shot could ricochet and cause damage. It's a relatively new cannon. Probably after the last battle, Kid replaced the cannons that weren't working anymore. It's one of the oldest cannons on the ship. It has probably never been replaced. You can tell by the notches engraved on it. Every notch shows a battle in which it was shot. 8 notches, so 8 battles. An interesting tidbit of information. I guess it's still armed and ready to fire.
Alright.
This cannon is ready to shoot. I should have a valid reason to do that.
What's happening now? I hope it's...
I'll need the key to access the hold.
You still aren't in every new... Let's first.
Okay.
I guess Henry Morgan.
Second question.
Life on the...
Third and last...
8.
I'm sorry. You're not ready. And...
Okay.
Sorry.
Good.
Dad is seated at the captain's desk. There's a strange smell coming from the cabin. Dad looks busy. Don Quixote de la Mancha. It's one of the first... It looks like a voodoo doll. Some prankster guest of Kid must have left it here after his stay. Better not touch it. I wouldn't want its curse to remain active on some descendant of the represented person.
I think that's supposed to be Guybrush.
It looks like a voodoo doll. Some prankster guest. Better not touch... It's surely the door that leads to the hold. It's locked. Who knows for how long? I have to find the key to enter. I could ask the captain if he knows where I can find it. When it was opened, the cannon could shoot. It's the door to the dad.
What's happening now?
I'll need the key to
use every...
I think...
Let's first.
Nobody.
Second.
Oh.
Third. The you still every new...
I think...
I didn't see the... I don't know why I didn't see this.
Jimbo.
Second question.
Life on the...
Third.
8.
Well done. You have the honor of becoming... Among us, there's a pact of mutual friendship and loyalty. You deserve the key to access the hold.
Thanks, Captain. I'm honored to be part of your crew. Sorry, Captain. I'll leave you to your business.
Good. Go back to your duties, deckhand.
And what do we have? What do we have?
Perfect. Wow! The legends were true. This is the result of years of piracy in all the seas of the world. Coins and jewels of various kinds. There are also vases with sublime finishes. Coffee beans. Kidd and his crew knew their value very well. A golden mask. It seems of European origin. It's a mask. It doesn't seem to come from the Americas. I think it's the loot plundered from the assault on some ship coming from Europe. Crates and coffers. They will surely be full of jewels and gold. It probably contains vanilla or cardamom. They were worth a lot of money on the European market. The temptation to examine or take some of those coins is strong, but Dad takes precedence over everything. First, I have to take care of him, and then together we'll study the galley and its treasure. Crates and coffers. They will surely be full of jewels and gold.
Is this the last piece I need?
This gives it an aura of mystery. It's the Dad should...
What's happened?
Captain, there's Morgan on the bridge.
Morgan. Damn scoundrel. You finally came back for the final showdown. It's really you, foul traitor. What nerve you dare show. By returning to the ship you turned your back on after it welcomed you as a child. Prepare yourself to face my wrath.
While Dad is busy, I can access the captain's cabin.
The day of reckoning has...
Kidd, the sea dragon. The adventure galley was equipped with extraordinary weapons, which is the reason it became legendary. These are the nautical charts of the galley. They will be worth a fortune. With these, it would be possible to retrace the ship's routes and identify the places it visited. I can't deal with this right now. It's more urgent that I find a way to get out of here with Dad. Dad has placed the logbook to protect the chalice's contents. Since I'm here, I better take them both. The same acrid smell of the mushrooms I saw in the cave emanates from the chalice. This could explain many things. Dad managed to survive all these years on a mixture of water and mushrooms. Even in small quantities, they sustain any organism that feeds on them and provide vital energy. On the other hand, they're also a powerful hallucinogen. Dad's state of shock following his fall from the cliffs, combined with the sight of Kidd's ship, made him believe that he was the captain. If he keeps drinking from this chalice, he might never wake up. I have to get rid of this chalice. Professor Jones taught us that a strong adrenaline rush will counteract the mushroom's effect. First the chalice and then the adrenaline. One thing at a time. It's the stat. It was also, other than Scourge of the Seas, he was known as the Sea Dragon for the firepower of his cannons. Better leave it where it is. I don't need it to get Dad out of here.
It's time to end the game. Don't show your face again, Morgan.
Look who's back. Henry and his kid, the young Morgan.
How did you manage to get here, Steve?
It wasn't difficult. I was looking for you all over town, and suddenly, what a stroke of luck. I saw you entering the crypt in the graveyard. I waited for you a long time. Eventually, I decided to enter and I saw the tunnel. Henry, I didn't think you were still alive. I am partly relieved. My regret was consuming me. In the end, you were right. Kidd's ship was docked here in Bone Town.
How dare you come aboard my ship without permission and offend a member of my crew? Who are you?
Henry, don't you recognize me? It's me.
Dad! Captain! It's Blackbeard! He was also able to get on board.
Blackbeard. Yes, I recognize you now. I see that you and Morgan are still inseparable. You'll end up just like him.
Henry! Not again.
You leave me no choice.
I understand, Henry. I'm ready.
Let's see what you can do.
On guard!
I can't let you go.
Nobody wants to escape.
This time you won't get away with it.
Let's see if you can handle me.
Is this all you can do?
I'm just warming up.
On guard.
Whatever you want, Henry.
I have to get rid of it so that the mushrooms won't proliferate inside.
We have a reckoning. Finally.
We'll see who comes out victorious.
I can't throw it away from here. It's too close to the ship, and the mushrooms would easily take root. It should work. It's not a cannonball, so it won't have such a devastating effect. And now the coup de grace. Fire! I did it! Heck, I didn't see that coming. The racket from the cannon was more devastating than the shell itself. Better go back on deck and alert Dad.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stand a chance this time.
We'll see. I admit it. You defeated me, Henry.
A victory over a man who was once a friend has no value for me.
Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt your duel, but I think we need to go. The cave is collapsing.
Captain, what are you talking about?
The adrenaline caused by the duels with Jimbo and Steve is reducing the effect of the mushrooms. Hurry, let's go. There's not much time.
Not before seeing the treasure. I've never been so close to it, and I have no intention of leaving now.
But Steve, not now. There will be other opportunities in the future.
Yes, Steve. The kid's right. Let's run while we still can.
Henry, do you recognize me?
Steve, is that you? Oh, I'm not sure what's happening. It feels like I just woke up from a long dream.
There's no time, Dad. Let's go.
Dad? How come? Who?
You go. I want Kid's treasure. It represents my whole life's work. Henry, just know that I didn't want any of this to happen.
Steve!
Farewell.
Dad, let's go.
Okay, I'll follow.
Few hours later.
Dad, I finally found you.
Willy, is that really you? How long has it been?
10 years, Dad. 10 very long years.
10 years. So this means you received my letter.
Yes, but why did you only have it delivered after all this time?
I sensed that something was wrong with Steve. I could see it in his behavior. When I realized that the search for Kid's treasure was becoming an obsession, I started to suspect that he could hurt our family. I hid my piece of the map and decided to deal with it. You are a Morgan. You have the spirit of adventure in your blood. But you were only 5, and I didn't want to trouble Mom with such a burden. I hoped that in 10 years Steve's obsession would vanish. I decided that if anything ever happened to me, you, after turning the necessary age, would be ready to pick up from where I left off. So I sent the post-dated letter.
I read Steve's diary. I know you fell off the cliff. How did you survive?
A stroke of luck. I fell right into the sea, and the tide pushed me toward an underwater passage that led directly to the cave. I wanted to find a way to get back to the surface, but I had to recover my strength first. The last thing I remember is some really delightful mushrooms. Then, it's all a blank.
Dad, let's go back home. We had a lot of things to talk about. Plus, we have to find a way to tell Mom without making her faint.
Elizabeth, yes, we should go back.
Ready to leave Bonetown once and for all?
Bonetown is not a bad town. As soon as the legal formalities are arranged, we could think about coming back here. Remember, deep inside the cave is still the Adventure Galley. Who knows how much it can still tell the world about the golden age of piracy?
Speaking of which, when I took the chalice, I also brought the ship's logbook with me. Here it is.
Yay. Why do I get the feeling there's another one? Let me see. No, that's the only Willy Morgan on Steam. Apparently that's an achievement to click on that. That's interesting. Is this gonna be the same? Yeah, it is. Alright, so that is another point and clicker in the bag. Not certain what the next one is going to be. But I got a couple days to figure it out. Let's see here. Who do we got on right now? I really don't have anybody to raid on Twitch, so I'm just gonna go ahead and call it a night. And we'll see what the new game is next time. Still kind of drawing a blank. Usually in my head I know kind of what I want. I'm not sure. But everybody, thank you for coming out to the campfire.